Hello? Hello? Uh, s- Testing, mic test. I hope that the volume of the stream is all right. Well, I'm gonna try to lower the volume a bit. I think it's too loud. So, wait a minute. Hello? Let's see. Let's lower my mic volume as well. So, I think this is the optimal volume of the stream. So, without further ado, I'll just do a few more checks on the background so that everything will go okay. And I hope that everyone who's watching or who will watch will enjoy their time here on my debut stream. Okay, let's start the. Oops. Wait a minute. Wait. Let's start. Okay, let's start the stream. So, hello everyone. I'm Grassylierain, and this is my debut stream. So, we're going. I actually made this wait for 5 minutes if anyone is going to come into the stream to watch. But since, well, there's actually no viewers for my stream, I'm just going to go on ahead and start my introduction. So, again, hello everyone, I'm Grassylierain and welcome to my debut stream. As you can see, I'm another faceless streamer, so you'll have to know me as this patch of grass on the upper left corner of your screen. Let's begin the introductions, shall we? So, getting to know me on a surface level. So, my streamer name is Grassylierain. That's pronounced as Grassylierain. Grassylierain, but you can call me Grass since that's much more easier, and I think everyone can pronounce grass. And my age, well, I'm old enough to have experienced the old style flip phones, if that's what you're wondering. And as for my gender, well, I'm a bit of an ace flux, which means my gender actually fluctuates on the asexual spectrum of the gender and sexuality identification. So, my pronouns are she or her. You can refer me as a she or a her. So, getting to know me a bit more deeper, my nationality is Filipino, and the languages that I speak are Filipino and English. But I also understand some weeb terms or some jejemon, if you will. And yeah, I know being a Filipino right now isn't the best thing to be considering our political climate in the country, but hey, what can we do? Now, my height, it depends on my mood. If I want to be comfy, then I could say I'm a bit small. But if I want to appear intimidating, well, you could say that my height is a bit taller than the average. So, my personality, I just place this here as a filler for the slide. My personality is INFP, aka yeah, I've got my head in the clouds, so there's that. And my birthday is, well, the whole month of March, so nobody can miss it. If they're like, oh, your birthday is yesterday, or oh my god, I'm so sorry, I forgot your birthday yesterday. No, my birthday is the whole month of March, so everyone can celebrate it. So whenever I stream during March, you know it's my birthday. Okay, then next. I've been rambling a lot, but why am I here? Well, the simple thing is that because I want to share my interests with you, or aka I just want to talk your ears off. I know how hard it is to find a place to share your interests, so I made this stream or perhaps this channel so that there will be a place for me and other people who share common interests to have a safe place to discuss and share what they like. Alright, next, of course, what will I stream if you don't know what my favorite things are? So here are my favorites. My favorite games are Pokemon Gen 4 Supremacy. I think they are the best games in the franchise simply because they gave us Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And I know a lot of Pokemon gamers like to honk their horns about it, but I think there's a good reason for that because Heart Gold and Soul Silver really added a lot to the Pokemon franchise as individual games. And next is Animal Crossing. I love Animal Crossing games, especially Wild World and New Leaf, because, well, Wild World was my first Animal Crossing game, and New Leaf, I really had fun with that Brewster Cafe minigame. So I also have a preference for New Leaf. Not that I don't think that New Horizons is good, because New Horizons is good, but they don't have. But that game doesn't have the Brewster minigame now, does it? Okay, so next is Harvest Moon. As a kid, I used to play Harvest Moon all the time with my cousin, and I even did the male version. And Friends of Mineral Town, I think, was the where Harvest Moon peaked. Everyone really close to my heart, and I just really love that installment in the Harvest Moon franchise. Next, God of War. I also developed a fondness for God of War since I played it on the PSP of my cousin, and I was quite good at that certain minigame. So yeah, I'm a bit fond of that. And next, Genshin Impact, of course. How can we talk about gaming nowadays in the year of our Lord 2022 without talking about Genshin Impact? So I play Genshin Impact as a traveler main, not because I don't have any other 5-star characters, but because I feel that the immersement I have in the game is more heightened when I play as the traveler. So yeah, I play Genshin Impact. I'm currently AR 35 because I don't want to do the Ascension quest just yet. So yeah, next. So my favorite animes and mangas are Code Geass, Fairy Tail, Akazukin Cha-Cha, and I feel like my age is showing here because Akazukin's Cha-Cha is one of, let's say, old animes from the 90s. But it's actually a very fun watch, and I think it has a certain timeless quality to it. Next is One Punch Man. I actually have a crush on Saitama, and I know that there's so many issues, like spoiler alert, going along in the manga, but One Punch Man is just a very fun watch, and I love Saitama as a main character. He's just so out of this world, but also contained within, oh, I need to save up for a sale. It's just that even though he's presented as this super strong character, he's still a bit relatable in his everyday life, where he's a penny pincher kind of guy, and he actually also cares for his friends like Genos, which makes the new chapter of the manga very, very let's just say, very saddening and heartbreaking. Okay, let's move on. And then I also love Kotaro Lives Alone, which is an anime about Kotaro, who is like a 4-year-old child living alone in an apartment complex. There's actually a plot about in Kotaro Lives Alone, but about his parents and what happened to them. But like, it alone just shows you how you should be very thankful if you have parents who pay attention to you and not ignore you like Cotter's parents did. And I just think that his neighbor, Cotter's neighbor, oh my god, I watched it like 2 months ago, so I kind of forget his name, but he was a manga artist, and he was like the sweetest guy ever. He took on raising Kotaro, and I just love Kotaro's relationship with everyone in the apartment complex. It's really a very found family anime, and you should go give it a watch. But fair warning, it can make you cry. I think that anybody who doesn't cry at Kotaro Lives Alone must have a heart of stone, because damn, that anime is just so emotional. Okay, next is my other favorites. Of course, my favorite books is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, because hashtag Patroclus. Patroclus and Achilles were in love, and I don't care what historians say. Next is the Harry Potter series. Of course, who doesn't love Harry Potter? Come on, it's everyone has heard of Harry Potter. If you haven't heard of it, then you must be living under a rock. Then, of course, there's Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I only read the first book, but I actually like it very much. If you want to know what Carry On is like, it's like Harry Potter, but more gay, which is such a plus. Happy Pride Month, everyone. And then, of course, No Limit Tangere, in case anyone forgets that I'm a Filipino. No Limit Tangere is a novel by Jose Rizal which sparked the Philippine Revolution along with El Filibusterismo. But I like No Limit Tangere more than El Filibusterismo, because No Limit Tangere felt like a sweet love story as well as a social commentary. I also love the book Fly Away by Lucy Christopher. It's a very old book that I've read when I was like in 8th grade. And let's just say the drama and the characters are very compelling, as well as there's also themes of family, love, romance, etc. And the main character, spoiler alert, gets to fly, but how? Well, figure it out yourself. If you want to know, read Fly Away by Lucy Christopher. Oh, before I forget, this video is not sponsored. It's not sponsored. I'm just sharing my interests with you. Okay, next is for my favorite shows and films. The first one is BBC Merlin, and we all know that from my taste in books that I like magic and being gay. So, yeah, BBC Merlin is a very fun watch. It has magic, gay people, knights, dragons, all that stuff. It also has a spoiler alert, very sad ending. Just watch the series and don't watch the ending if you don't want to cry. That's all. And next, my favorite show is Avatar The Last Airbender. The show, not the movie. Oh god, not the movie. The movie is just ugh. But The Last Airbender show was a masterpiece. It defined a whole section of my life, and it was a whole phase, and I still love the bending of fire, water, earth, and air. And also, I shipped Zutara. So if you have a problem with that, well, let's just respect each other's opinions. If you don't like Zutara and I like Zutara, let's just not put flames on that. Next is The Prince of Egypt. The Prince of Egypt is my favorite movie of all time, simply because it has the best opening song in any movie that I've ever watched. Like, Deliver Us is such a masterpiece, and oh god, it's just, even if you're not religious, you can still relate to the themes of racism and social exclusion and how you feel helpless in your life. It's just a very great movie. You should watch it. And oh, here's a bit of a controversial one. I actually love the Hobbit trilogy, and I know they're not faithful to the books, or well, some of it is not. Most of it is not faithful to the books, but I think the Hobbit trilogy has a certain charm to it in its own way. And next, I also love Marvel movies. So I remember going to the movies by myself just to watch them. That's very, very lonely, I know. But Marvel movies, really, really great movies. I especially love Thor movies and Captain America movies because Thor, it's very humorous. Thor movies are very humorous, and I love Thor and Loki, Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston respectively. And I think they're very great actors. And the Thor and Loki and, Midgard, Asgard, Niflheim, Svartalfheim, and all that Norse mythology stuff. I really adore it because, well, it's something reminiscent of things that I've also learned from school. I mean, I don't know what school teaches you Norse mythology, but our school did that one. So I kind of connected with my lessons, and I think it's fun to connect things you watch with your lessons. Oh god, studying? Yeah, I mean, it's an important part of life. We never stop really learning, so there's that. And the Captain America films I love because, well, Stucky, Steve X Bucky forever. And yeah, I'm just gonna casually name drop my ships right here and right now. Next is, yeah, I'm also fond of these as well. My favorite music is alternative indie or rock. I also like R&B and pop. And musicals. Frankenstein the musical is my favorite. And I like bardcore, especially the songs by Hildegard von Blingen on YouTube. I really, really love them. And sea shanties. For some reason, sea shanties speak to me in a way. And even my mom knows I love sea shanty. She can hear me listening to sea shanties every once in a while, and she's gonna say, "Oh, this is the song that you sing all the time." And like, I should be embarrassed, but I'm not, because sea shanties are great. And oh, I also have my favorite bands are Imagine Dragons. They are my most fab. They sang some of my favorite songs like uh, Demons, Radioactive, Thunder, Bleeding Out, Monster, and just I really love their songs. And I also love Gang of Youths, and though Imagine Dragons is my most favorite band of all time, Gang of Youths sang my favorite song, which is Achilles Come Down. And if you're ever a golden child before and you fell out of grace, I think this will speak to you as it did to me. I also like Queen and ABBA, mostly because these are the bands that my parents usually listen to, so I also developed a liking to them. And of course, Panic at the Disco, because yeah, I had that phase and never really grew out of it, but Panic at the Disco is, hey, it's a good band. Next, oh, of course, now that you know my likes and dislikes, my favorites, let's talk a bit about my likes and dislikes. Well, I like tea, iced and hot iced tea, hot green tea, ginger tea, chamomile, oolong, all that good stuff. I'm a tea drinker. Not coffee though, because coffee makes me a bit crazy. Oh, I also like burger steak. Yeah. Grass likes burger steak. And I also love orange juice. And of course, as you heard me ramble a few slides back, I like ships, like shipping relationships. And based on what I told you earlier, I love Zutara, Stucky, and all that good stuff. And I also like chill people that can respect basic human rights. And by human rights, I mean the right to choose whatever they want as long as they're not hurting other people. And my dislikes, I don't like fish dishes. This is my inner Zhong Li coming out. But I just can't. Fish dishes are a bit pungent to me. And I also don't like eggplants. They let's just say I have a traumatic experience with eggplants. And cherries, I know some people love cherries and they're actually very sweet. Why wouldn't I love cherries? Well, because I'm allergic to them. So sorry, it's nature tell me no, I can't eat cherries. Next is I dislike flying cockroaches so much. Like, why? Why on God's green earth should they exist? I mean, cockroaches alone are so disgusting, but then they can fly as well. When you see a flying cockroach, if let's say I'm going down a road, okay, and there's a flying cockroach in front of me, even if I need to go down that road, I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna be delayed. I'm gonna delay myself until that flying cockroach is not there anymore. I just can't. It's just, they're so disgusting. Why do they even exist? So, and lastly, I dislike people who can't distinguish fiction from reality, because everyone, I want you to know that fiction is just on paper and people can like anything in fiction as long as they don't do it to in reality. Okay? There is a very fine line on what's okay in fiction and in reality. And if you can't distinguish between them and you, let's say, hurt other people for liking something you think is bad in fiction, well, that's not good because that's a real person and their feelings matter as well as your feelings. Okay? So, like, don't fight over headcanons. That's just what I want to say. Your headcanons can be totally different, but that doesn't mean there's no one superior headcanon. That's just what I want to say. And I want everyone to know that you're all valid as long as you don't actually hurt real people, like physically and emotionally, by being who you are and liking what you want. Because not everyone's gonna have the same likes and dislikes as you or me, and that's perfectly alright. Human beings are created different from one another, and I just want you to know that. And then next, oh, here, my hobbies. So I like to sew. Yeah, I can sew and I can swim, and I like reading, especially fiction books, fanfics, and manga, etc. I like writing sometimes, short stories, poems, fanfics. I also like watching shows like my fabs that I shared with you earlier, and I like to cook safe and edible things. I put question mark on safe because sometimes I go too happy with adding milk and other dairy products to some of my dishes, and that could be potentially harmful for people with lactose intolerance. Not that I have any, so I'm perfectly fine, but if you have allergies, I'm so sorry, but oh god, this is so hypocritical of me because I have the cherry allergy. But if you have allergies like nuts or dairy, lactose, I'm so sorry. I don't think I could cook for you or you'd be safe eating what I eat. But most of the time, what I cook is very safe and they are edible. And of course, my last hobby is shipping because I'm a shipper, and there's no shame in that. And next is, of course, this is just to be a bit professional, but I do have goals for myself and the channel, and my first goal is to earn some streaming experience and even some bacon. I mean, if I'm gonna be here for a while, I might as well monetize it, really. But yeah, I wanna earn some streaming experience, create a safe place for people to discuss common interests, and just have fun. I just wanna have fun with everyone here because being recluse. Not that most streamers are reclusive, but being in a place where it's not so easy to share things you think are fun with other people, it's very hard. So if you're watching this stream, or if anyone will watch the recording of this stream, I just want you to have fun in my channel as well as stay safe. And yeah, that's about the end of my introduction. So if there is anyone here, go ahead, ask me some questions, though I highly doubt that. But you know what? I'm gonna go check. And yeah, someone did view. Someone did view. There's one person who viewed the stream, but they're not here anymore. So, well, that's kind of it. So, I guess there's no more people watching. And so, anyways, if you're watching the recording of this stream, know that my next stream is a manhwa reaction on the Genshin Impact manhwa tomorrow, July 1, 2022 at 1:30 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. Usually see streamers reacting to the Genshin Impact manhwa, and I call it manhwa because it is it is a Chinese comic, so they call it manhwa. And yeah, and the reason why I want to do a Genshin Impact manhwa reaction tomorrow is because I usually see streamers playing Genshin Impact, and some of them even read the manhwa, but they're not complete series, and I want to do a complete manhwa reading reaction stream for the whole manhwa, even the ones not published in the official Genshin Impact website. Because I guess the last few chapters are just too spicy for the English audience, as well as the other languages. But yeah, I want to do that. And if you're watching the recording of this stream, you're free to come and join me. So without further ado, this is the end of the stream. I hope you learned. I hope I connected with you. So, anyways, yeah. Thank you and see you soon on the next stream. Bye bye.